Hello friends, this is Sundareshan, your compliance guru. Today we will discuss on committees. Committees of the board. The concept is to have less number of people taking informed decisions. The committees usually comprise of two directors for a very small company, to 4 or 5 depending on the size of the board. Why do you need committees? These committees are formed because the board of directors will not be in a position to meet quite often. There may be issues which the smaller number of the board team can take and recommend it for execution. So, committees may be appointed on specific areas to take informed decisions within the framework of the delegated authority and make specific recommendations to the board in that area. So, the board delegates certain matters to the committee set up for the purpose to enable better and more focused attention, so that the larger board, when they meet, can spend time on strategic decisions. So, what are these committees that are required to be mandatorily constituted? Voluntarily, there may be any number of committees, but statute requires 4 committees that are required to be formed. The first being the audit committee, nomination and remuneration committee follows that, and then we have stakeholder relationship committee and CSR committee. Well, these are the 4 committees that play a very important role in assisting the boards to take informed decisions in that respective areas. There can also be corporate governance committee, there can be strategic planning committee. Oh, the list can go on. There is also a risk management committee. Well, the more the committees, the more the delegation, and that works well for large companies with large boards. Now, let us just look at which of the companies require these committees. The 4 committees that I discussed is required for every listed company. Now, there is also a requirement for other public companies currently whose turnover is in excess of 100 crores, or the paid up capital is in excess of 10 crores, or the borrowings are greater than 50 crores. So these are some of the parameters that requires a unlisted public company to constitute a committee. Well, when I say unlisted public company, it will not include a joint venture, a wholly owned subsidiary, and a dormant company, to name a few companies that are outside the purview of constitution. Let me take a very simple committee first, which is the stakeholder relationship committee. The requirements are for a listed company. And how does this work? The board of directors have to constitute a committee if there are more than 1,000 shareholders, debenture holders, deposit holders during a financial year. And how does the composition look? Very simple. The chairperson, who is a non-executive director, members as may be decided by the board, and it requires at least 3 directors, with at least one being a independent director. Clear? Chairman, non-executive, members as may be decided, which is generally 3, and a minimum of 3 directors are required, with at least one being a independent director. This is how the composition looks. Now, what does the stakeholder relationship committee do? It resolves the grievance of the security holders, reviews measures taken for effective exercise of voting of shareholders, reviews adherence to the service standards adopted in respect of various services rendered by the registrar and share transfer agents, and of course reviews various measures and initiatives taken for reducing the quantum of unclaimed dividends and ensuring timely receipt of dividend warrants, annual reports to the shareholders. And lastly, how frequently should this committee meet? The committee should meet at least once in a year. So this is as far as the stakeholder relationship committee is concerned. As we go along, we will see the other committees and the roles, responsibilities, and the duration the committee has to meet or perform in the next videos. Keep writing, keep questioning, stay compliant, stay safe. See you soon.